Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. My name is 𝒊𝒏𝒇𝒐𝒓𝒆, the deputy spokesperson of the APRC, new to the alliance with the NPP, 𝒊𝒏𝒇𝒐𝒓𝒎𝒂𝒕𝒊𝒏𝒇𝒐𝒓𝒏. For that being the case, today I will want to introduce to you that we have a press briefing, despite the fact that we know what has brought us here. But I will first introduce my high table here. We have on my father, the father of the party, that is APRC 𝒊𝒏𝒇𝒐𝒓𝒏𝒈, that is 𝒂𝒂𝒐, and then next to him is the youth leader, that is the APRC, no to the alliance, APRC 𝒊𝒏𝒇𝒐𝒓𝒏 national youth mobilizer, Mr. Omar Koli. And then my far right here, I have my honorable member for Fonyi Councillor, National Assembly member, and then an independent candidate for that matter, who is Honorable Almame Jiba. And then next to him is 𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈, honorable member for Fonyi Bintang Karana. And then next to him, the lady, sorry. Next to him is the Iron Lady called Lady Shasa Aisha Kool, who is the Deputy Finance Director of the APRC 𝒊𝒏𝒇𝒐𝒓𝒏. And then we have my sister from the army, from the diaspora, and Ami Swing from the Ami Kamara Smith from the diaspora, all the way from Holland. And then we have my mom here, a member of the National Executive, Momi Fadja Jaite. And then we have Honorable 𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈, the Finance Director of the APRC, and we have Matar Kujabi, the Secretary General. I also have my humble PRO, who is Yankuba, and the Media Director, Jammeh, Mr. Alaji Jammeh. And then finally, I will want to recognize the presence of our party, the interim party leader, who is nobody than Honorable 𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈 Tamba, in our midst, that is here, who is here in my immediate right. Thank you very much. First and foremost, I would want to go straight to the point without wasting any time. And then I would want to recognize the presence of the media, all the media houses here. I know SRMI TV is not around, and then we have representative from the Foria, LSTV, and Standard also. We recognize your presence. For that being the case, without wasting any time, I would want to give the mic to my able chairman, the interim party leader, Honorable Yahya Jimote Tamba, to come and give his press briefings.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين Assalamu alaikum, members of the high table. Assalamu alaikum, militants here to attend to this press briefing, media outlets that have endeavored all their time to come and listen to our press briefing. I would say good afternoon to the father of the party, Honorable 𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈. Special thanks for our National Assembly members who have all the time been sacrificing their energy, their power, their ability to give us support to all that we are in for. We are calling this press briefing this morning or this afternoon. It should have been at 11 o'clock, so we are late. We've come to express our disappointment, our dismay on the brutal behavior of the Gambia Police Force against legally obtained permission to conduct a social gathering for a fundraising. It is brutal in the reason that if the government has to allow us in the power and authority, giving us a permit to organize a fundraising, all of a sudden within 2 hours after the commencement of the program, they come to revoke the permit orally. It's unprofessional, it's unethic, and it's very irresponsible for the simple reason that in as much as a written permit was issued, accepted, therefore if they are to revoke, let them officially write to the source of the request for the permit. We have called to make it very clear to the whole world that we are citizens, we are Gambians, and of course we have our political rights to exercise in this country. We believe the protection of the rights of citizens is wholly and solely accorded to the Republic of the Gambia and the Gambia Security Force. But in the event that it turns to be a brutality, we want the whole world to understand that there is no justice in the Gambia with regards to political affiliation, political interest, political engagement. I want to inform the whole world that we, under the purview of Honorable 𝒊𝒏𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈, who is a councillor by registration, an independent candidate under the ticket of No to Alliance 𝒊𝒏𝒇𝒐𝒓𝒏𝒈. That was what is exactly indicated in the permit application. And in the response for permission, issuing of a permit that has been clearly spelled in the permit that has been issued. I want to inform the whole Gambia and the whole world that this permit was applied on the 31st of December and was approved on the 2nd of January 2024. And the reason for keeping the permit to that period is very simple. We want to be rest assured that the government is aware and the government has given us the permission to carry on with our activities before we go into advertisement. Because we need to sort power, assurance, and guarantee from the government that yes, we are satisfied with the interrogation and the findings of the reasons for issuing of a permit that qualifies our request for the permit. If we happen to have the date, the time in the permit, and it was on the 18th, one of the greatest days that Gambians will realize their self-independence. It's a day that Gambians need to jubilate. That is a day that is a remembrance to all Gambians that Gambians had fought against the British to achieve their independence. And it's a memorable day for every Gambian, born, unborn, and will be born, that Gambia attained her independence on the 18th of February. So it's a day that could have been a day to celebrate the liberation of Gambia from the hands of the colonial masters. It turns to be certain groups of politicians, certain group of citizens will be denied their right to exercise their citizens and their social interaction. The permit was verified yesterday around 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock by the commissioner in charge at the Bundung police station, who ascertained that yes, this permit was issued by her, it was signed by her, and the permit is valid. She had to go to this venue to make a spot checking to ascertain that we abide by the rules governed by the permit. And she was contented. She was very clear that there is no violation of any rules with regards to the issuance of permits and the permit's powers and limitations. We were disappointed that between the hours of 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, the task force responsible for the organization of this fundraising were called for a dialogue at the Bundung police station, only to be informed that there are authority information that the permit is revoked at a time when people were at the venue. It was an ambience venue and an ambience program which does not request or require any violence. It was in a peaceful way, in a peaceful manner, and it was conducted in the way it should be. The program was not a political program which would warrant us to look for a permit. It was not a religious program. It is a social program, and in the constitution of the Gambia, there is nowhere, from my understanding, that would require a permit to go in for fundraising, seeking for funds, to put up your programs for better achievement. All of a sudden, we are made to understand that the permit is revoked and action must be taken against in the program. We realized that the PIU deployed did not come from the Bundung station, but instead from the Kanifing PIU unit. Where they got these orders, we don't know, and we need to know. Because we had our legal document, we had our legal permit, and we were on it on a most peaceful way. Only for us to understand that the accusation is this social gathering was using a logo, identities of a party that we do not belong to, which I don't know and I don't understand, because it is only IEC who can come to verify that we are no members of any party that they claim to be the owners of this.
In 2018, 2024.
I want to inform the whole world that this is not the first fundraising that APRC Noto Alliance 𝒊𝒏𝒈 have organized. 2022, 18th of February, we had a fundraising without a permit, and it was successfully conducted. That's in Lamin here. 2023, we equally had a fundraising without a permit, no obstruction,
Same thing.
and the same venue in Lamin. And this time, 2024, we prepared for a rally. We prepared for a fundraising as usual during the day of our independence as a Memorial Day. Only this time to be interfered by the security forces of the Gambia. We want to ascertain that this is the most criminal action by the security forces, an illegal action by the security forces, where legal documents from the government, from the police force, has been issued to us, only to be tampered with by ordinary calls and directives for us to keep away. The saddest thing about it is innocent women who have just come to grace the occasion, equally come to enjoy the Independence Day celebration of the Gambia, were tear gassed unceremoniously, unrespectfully, and an uncontrolled manner against our people. I am so doubtful the type of government that Gambia people are having, leading peace and calling for a dialogue, political dialogue from all angles so that we can talk a unified language to ensure Gambia's development agenda does not leave any political party outside. We are proud that we are a threat to political parties in the Gambia, and we are proud that we are making headways, and we will never retreat, we will never surrender. I am so disheartened that the police will have to make an arrest, even if they are, even as the permit was revoked illegally. They continue to throw tear gas, continue to arrest people, taking them to venues which are unknown until when we pressurized to find out. That was when they took them to Saro. Can you imagine? It's brutality. It's a real brutality to citizens of the Gambia, not only party militants, but where we think our security forces will do this to their sisters, do this to their mothers and their brothers is unacceptable.
When they said no, never again.
When they are saying never again, labeling the former president as a dictator, as a killer. How many lives have been lost in the Gambia and no report, no finding out, no investigation have come to inform the people that yes, the culprits have been apprehended. They cannot accuse us as APRC, North Alliance, an unpeaceful party.
Like honorable member was tear gas.
I can remember at the station, Honorable Tumanding Sane was at the venue trying to calm out the people so that we can walk out on the directives of the police at the union to negotiate so that we can have a mutual understanding. Only for himself to be tear gassed. And I know, if it were in the presence of the Minister of Interior, they would not tear gas him. If it were in the presence of the IGP, they would not tear him. Where is the immunity accorded to the National Assembly members when they present themselves to make you understand that the National Assembly members are present? You ignore, you disrespect, and continue to tear gas our lawmakers. Which lawmaker are the security going to respect? I regret and I want to apologize to the victims because more than 20 people were victimized at this point. And more than 9 people have been affected by the tear gas that they threw on innocent Gambians, innocent women, innocent youths who have just come to enjoy their ambience in the Independence Day.
Hospitalized.
9 of the victims were hospitalized, and we are waiting for their medical report from the Ahmadiyya Hospital and the Jame Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, Gambians
More than 25
in the Gambia and in the diaspora, this is the type of government that we are under control. This is the type of government that we expect to provide peace and security for Gambians. This was not a surprise to me that there is a strong support and there is a notion that we are a hellfire to political parties in the Gambia, and we will continue to be a hellfire to political parties in the Gambia. The first security unit that started to interfere into our political activities were the Interpol. And I made it very clear to Interpol that internal politics is not your business. Stay away from internal politics. We have a unit that is responsible for arbitrating differences in political parties in the country, because they conduct political party registration and they are responsible of sorting out issues. What I do know as the role of the Interpol is to track international fugitives, international criminals running around the whole world, and their information is to search for them, hand them over to the international bodies. The Interpol has called our attention 3 times to make a force on us to stay independent and not to use any other party's name. And that is not their job. It's not their responsibility. We have diplomatically put them through to tell them that keep away, this is not your business, and politics is not the job of a security. If only you get directives from the IEC that they want you to maintain peace in a certain place, but that has never happened. We are so diplomatic that political activities we directed to the political organization in the Gambia that is responsible for political affairs, and that's the IEC. We have written to IEC when this impasse took place, and we gave them reference on the same scenario that happened to different political parties in 2018. This happened to PPP and NCP during their congresses. There were misunderstandings between the militants, representatives of those political parties. IEC, by their rules, made a warning to those political parties and suspended their Congress until their house is put in order. In the same vein, if APRC itself is on an impasse, it should be the responsibilities of the IEC to call the attention of the hierarchy of the APRC party to say, we understand there is an impasse in your party. Can you please put your head together? Or otherwise, we suspend until the fact is established. We have based our legality in APRC support on the 2018 Congress that was held in Biam, where resolutions were passed, and those resolutions were cemented that His Excellency, the former president, is the supreme leader of the party. He is the founder of the party. He is the chairman of the party, and he is the flag bearer of the party until 2026. This resolution was signed by representatives from all across the region in the Gambia. That was why that resolution was indemnified and could not be opened. And 2021 Congress, there was no elections because the 2018 Congress resolutions were not amended. So we stand to that the resolutions passed on 2018 Congress still holds and still valid until 2026.
Thank you very much.
I want to inform the press, the media, that a lot of financial damages have occurred yesterday, have taken place yesterday. And right now, as I'm talking to you, one of the ladies is at the Bundung police station to claim that all the baggages that were left at the venue, under the control of the PIU. In her bag, she has lost $11,000 when she went to check this morning. Others have lost their mobiles and nowhere to be seen. And I want to inform the people that it is the responsibility of the police unit to make sure that we retrieve all the losses of properties, finances, and materials that took place yesterday. They think they can dance to the tune of individuals, but this is leading them to a failure, because we will never surrender. We will never give up, and we will never move back. We are always going forward, and forward ever, backward never. Let them not think that they have won the battle. The battle has just begun, and it's going to continue until we reach the higher heights. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Party Leader, for that wonderful press briefing with regards to the issue that we have yesterday, which is unacceptable, is not in the accordance of the 1997 Constitution, is even against the principle of democracy. If today we are singing that we have democracy, and definitely what has transpired yesterday is totally against humanity, is our right to make sure that as citizens to have freedom of social gatherings, despite the fact that we have applied a permit and that permit has been revoked, is unacceptable, is against the law. So therefore, without wasting any more time, I would like to invite the youth leader, whom you know that under his name the permit was written. So Honorable Omar Koli, I will now give you a chance so that you can at least share your message with us. Thank you very much.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين. After giving thanks to the Most High, I would first of all like to greet members of the high table. The greeting starts from my far right, my immediate right, the party father, Bakaremo Damfa. Also greet the interim party leader, Honorable Yaya Tamba, and the National Executive Council or Committee. Also like to extend my greetings to His Excellency Sheikh Professor Dr. Alhaji Yaya Abdul Aziz James Junku Jame, words cannot say how shocking it is as a Gambian, as a youth, as a native of my constituency, as its citizen, and as a village member of Abuko, where I come from. I stood up for the parliamentary elections under my constituency, Latrikunda Sabiji, which include Abuko, Fajikunda, and Latrikunda Sabiji. The unfortunate part, more than 2,000 Gambians voted for me. Later on, with that same struggle, my people in Abuko said I need to go and then contest for the local government elections, that's the councillorship, which I did under an independent ticket. Since then, I could not gather my people to say thank you. I could not sit with my people. On that vein, I had a campaign team. We had discussions concerning the 59th birthday of our country, that's the Gambia, our motherland. As youths, I believe when it comes to initiatives, when it comes to peace building, we need to spearhead those initiatives. How can we spearhead these initiatives without sitting, without gathering, without discussing, without calling the people you need to call, especially the youths who are the future leaders of tomorrow? Looking at that, we all agreed, me and my campaign team, that we are going to grace the 59th birthday of our country by organizing a fundraiser so that we can also stand firm financially to see what 2026 has for us. When we discuss, we all agreed that on the 18th February 2024 will be the day we are going to host this auspicious day. As Gambians, we are in a land that is governed by rules and regulations. And those rules and regulations cannot supersede the constitution of our land. And then the constitution of our land also have policies that guides us all in anything that we are doing. Therefore, gathering people, looking for fun, socializing, according to what they are saying, there's a policy that we need to do. And what's that policy? We need to seek for a permit. I took up the responsibility as the candidate in that constituency that I am going to lead. I wrote a permit as an independent candidate that I am going to host a fundraiser on the 18th February 2024. The permit reads, the reason why we are doing this, we don't want to leave any stone unturned. Independent candidate, that's the address. Abuko Ward, Latrikunda Sabiji constituency, Kanifi municipality. 1st January 2024. Where did I address this permit to? Inspector General Police of Police, Police Headquarters, Banjul, the Gambia, West Africa. Dear Sir, permit application letter to host a fundraising program and to celebrate our nation's independence, bracket open, 18th February 2024, bracket close. I write this letter in the spirit of togetherness and love for our nation as an aspirant during the parliamentary and then the local government elections for my constituency and ward. This letter is kindly written to your office, subjected to the above mentioned, as a necessity and a request to meet with my supporters who voted for me to say thank you to all of them. and also familiarize and sort out means for mutual cooperation and partnership among us for upcoming political activities and socio-economic activities. This event is geared towards amplifying the efforts in coordinating funds to assist my projects through financial transactions. The permit still reads, we will endeavor to have a fruitful 18th February Independence celebration on the below theme, the theme of the Independence celebration, which I wrote. I quote, creating awareness and togetherness, that's the theme, through promoting peace, love, and culture for a better Gambia. Looking at the permit, the date is 18th February 2024, Sunday. Looking at the venue, Jerrinding Community Center. The time stipulated 10 p.m. onwards. Whilst we wait for the reply of this letter, I am convinced that the content of this paper will be taken into swift and positive consideration. Wants to seize this opportunity to thank in your office, that's the Office of the Inspector General of Police, for the unflinching support it continues to render in maintaining peace and tranquility. Yours sincerely, or sincerely yours, I sign, Honorable Omar Koli, my village, Abuko, ward, and then my telephone number. I copied this letter to my constituency key stakeholders. CC, carbon copy. Who did I copy? Copied to the constituency campaign manager. Copied to the constituency social secretary. And then copied to the constituency head EI companies. This is the permit. That's the permit request. This is the permit approval from the Gambia Police Force. Bundung Police Station, Bundung Division, Kanifi Municipality. Date written, it is a form, date written with pen, blue pen, filled by them on the 2nd January 2024. The content of the letter, Public Order Act. That's the title. Permission is hereby granted to Omar Koli of Abuko, hold a fundraising at Jerrinding Community Center. Omar Koli is written with pen, blue pen. It is filled. Abuko is filled with blue pen. Fundraising is filled with blue pen. The reason why I'm saying this, it is not typed. It is filled.
Like a prepared form.
It is like a prepared form. It needs to be clear. Like a prepared form that is filled by them. 18th February 2024 from 2200 hours. That's 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. And then they said the permit should provide on demand by any security person or may identify him or herself on uniform. All musical instruments should be lowered down during worshiping period and midnight. Public peace be maintained prior and during and after the program. Any breach of peace, they mean peace, no violence, no fight, no insults. Any breach of peace will be rendered this permit non or void. And then the application will be solidly responsible. The applicant will be solidly responsible to face the due process of law. Signed, CSP Gas Sabali, Chief of Operations. Official stamped, Chief of Operation KMIS. Date signed on the 2nd of January 2024. Bundung and Talinde. That's the signature. That's the signature. Press.
For the press.
That's the stamp, official stamp. You may come, cameraman. Sorry.
An aspiring candidate for his constituency, that is 𝒊𝒏𝒇𝒐𝒓𝒎𝒂𝒕𝒊𝒏𝒈 ward. He is a youth. I think some of his deliberations he have mentioned the type of government that we have. Is it truly that the government is empowering the youths? Youths in politics, are they discouraging us or they are encouraging us? Throwing tear gases on youths in the name of democracy. Are they trying to encourage peace or trying to discourage peace? For that being the case, I don't have much to say, but I would like to invite one of our honorable members, who is nobody other than Honorable Almame Jiba, member for Fonyi Councillor, to also share his thought with us. Honorable, you are welcome.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله على نعمة الإسلام وكفى بالله نعمة. I thank everybody from the leadership of NATO Alliance with the representative, the 5 NAMs of Fonyi. I am the spokesperson. So on behalf of my various honorable members and on behalf of all supporters, it's really unfortunate for us to gather on an event of today to brief the press. First and foremost, our dismay goes to the tear gassing and also the terrorization of the Gambia police force meted onto the people who had gathered on a fundraiser, including our honorable member, our colleague, Honorable Tumane Sane, who was there to coordinate and make sure maintain peace in talking to the security forces. It was a deaf ear that was laid to those police officers or the PIU officers on the ground. The other thing is that we want to send record straight. All these issues that are happening, it is in our front. What I want to put to the media who are present, we as representative of the people of Fonyi, most of the 5 Fonyis, I received this letter, an invitation from Honorable Omar Koli, as I may read the letter, to ascertain to the populace that the event that occurs yesterday, we solely invited to grace the occasion. I read the letter as follows. Independent candidate Abuko Ward Latekunda Savage, Kanefi Municipal Council. The letter was written on the 3rd of January, 2024. To the 5 National Assembly members, independent candidate of the 5 Fonyis. Dear honorable members, special invitation letter for my fundraising program and to celebrate our nation's independence 18 February 2024. It is with a great sense of honor, respect, and responsibility that I wish to kindly invite all of you as guests of honors to the most awaited independent fundraising program with the 𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈 cultural band. The event is geared towards amplifying my effort in coordinating funds and assisting NATO alliance financial transactions of my political activities and other errands. I would kindly appreciate your presence to join celebrate this auspicious event with me and the people and the executive of NATO alliance and all parliamentarians and local government election candidates. We shall endeavor to have a fruitful 18 independence celebration on below theme, creating awareness, togetherness, through promoting of peace, love, and culture for a better Gambia. Date 18th February, Sunday, 2024. Venue, Jerrinding Community Center. Time, 10 p.m. onwards. While we wait for your reply on this letter, I am convinced and content of this paper will be taken into sweet positive consideration, and this invitation is kindly extended to all 5 National Assembly members in West Coast, and want to seize this opportunity to thank you all for your time and understanding. Sincerely yours, Honorable Omar Colley, Abuko Ward. So we as representatives had honored with our leader, who is Honorable Tumani Sane, who went earlier to the ground to attest and assess, only to be tear gas with the Gambia parliamentary officers, who are nowhere from Kanifing Municipal Council. On our engagement with the Chief Operation of Bununka Kunda, is it OC, whatever title that he has, Gas Sabali, inform us, Commissioner Sabali, inform us that the organizers, Honorable Umar Colley and also for the Chor, were in her office onto a table negotiation for them to reach onto a consensus that she agrees and attests that she is the issuer of the permit, the said permit. Honorable Tumani Sane was left behind to negotiate and build confidence to the security forces at the ground, only to be tear gas, brutalized, dishonored, and disrespected. This is unacceptable as honorable members of the 5 Ponies, and we are calling the police to investigate, and they investigate as soon as possible to know the cause of disrespecting a honorable member who is voted to represent the constituency. We believe that justice should not be seen to be done, but we want justice to be accorded. And the rule of law must be respected. And we believe as Gambians, we have every right. And we could also see that those people the police or the PIU went into the venue inside Talini Youth Center to spray tear gas on unarmed people who were sitting comfortably, waiting for the discussion emanating at Bundum police station, just to be informed that you're only given seconds, 10 seconds to leave the ground, or else you will face whatever force, and in which that's what they did. Well, we believe that the operation chief of Bunduka Kunda is disrespected, dishonored, and is not respected as a lady by the Gambia Police Force and any command that the PIU emanated from Kanifing Municipal Council. We were informed, and we heard, and we were told that Bunduka Kunda had a task force that the said operation chief Sabali sent to the venue around 5 p.m. in the evening to ascertain. This was what heralded Honorable Umar Colley, the permit bearer, and for the Chor, part of the organizers, to answer to the police call. So under that negotiation, the lady was just informed by a telephone that your AOR, area of responsibility, is in fire. This was what shocked the lady, shocked us, and shocked the organizers, and shocked the permit holder without even giving a written form that your permit is revoked. Under what circumstances it is not known. But we are told that they get order from the top. So we believe that those orders are still existing. Those orders are still emanating. Those orders are still from the police to wholeheartedly throw away the responsibility of the commissioner in an area just to see paramilitaries from Kanifing Municipal Council, the PI unit, to take a center stage, to dispel, brutalize, fire tear gas. Others were beaten seriously, and in which among them, 8 of them were taken to the hospital in our presence, escorted by the Gambia police force in Bundo Kakunda. They had bruises of gas, others were wounded, others even walking. It's a challenge to them. We have seen an era, and this is the era that we live in. We are in an era where people are not respected. We are in an era where honorable members are not respected in maintaining peace and order. If the police, who are supposed to guard, protect the lives and properties of people, a honorable member being so honorable, approach them and said that this is our program. I am invited to this program. A group has been sent to Bundung Kakunda police station on a negotiation. They laid a deaf ear and said, we have an order, and we are going to execute an order, and they even spray in him. So this is uncalled for. And we are calling justice to be relayed in this manner. We believe that we are Gambians, and we have that interest as Gambians to maintain peace and order. And the responsibility of every individual is to make sure you work towards enjoying peace, promoting peace, advocating for peace, and join the bandwagon of peace. This is why the whole National Assembly members of FONI, including all the councillors, the executive of NATO Alliance, were in full gear at Bundung Kakunda police station, where we sent a message very clear that all the 20+ people who are arrested and sent to Denton Bridge must be immediately released, or else we are not leaving the ground in which the police honored. Secondly, all those 9 people who are seriously wounded, the police will take care, escort to 𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈 Foundation in which they did. Thirdly, in the ground venue, we ascertained and clearly shown that there was no banner, a logo, or any defect of associating a political party in that fundraiser, in which the OC also confirmed in our presence to make sure that whatever alleged that they are saying is unfounded. And we are made to understand, we want to put this record straight to either National Assembly members, government officials, the Inspector General of Police, that we are testing them to deny or accept that the permit that was accorded by Honorable Umar Kwali is a bona fide and a recognized permit. The police have a form that they do fill with a pen. Others are saying that this permit is a forged permit. Number 4 is changed, or number 3 is changed to number 4. It is the responsibility, and in our presence as honorable members, in our presence as executive, in our presence as individuals, loved ones, in our presence of other political party National Assembly members. The commissioner of KMC party was present, and majority leader of the National Assembly also came to pay solidarity to the brutal act of police. We thank him for that. And this is one Gambia, and we believe as Gambians, this is what we should. Suleiman Jammeh of Bundung Kakunda was also there. Omar Jato Jammeh of Janyambure was also present, and a lot of other honorable members. So Musa Baji also is very concerned of the area, in which he told me clearly that Honorable Jiba, I am currently at 10 o'clock, I am currently at the venue. I am studying to see, and I'm shocked and dumbfounded that the police will act in this manner. We therefore send a signal to the Inspector General of Police to re-educate and re-inform the citizenry in issues in which the police are doing that is not acceptable.
In the name of security,
we are calling all and sundry that we are disappointed, and we want the rule of law to be applied to the latter in this crisis that we are facing. We, as representatives of the people, we will work towards maintaining peace, advocating for peace, And we'll also ask our people to solely, adhere to peace in whatever form. This was why there were no throwing of stones. There were no rebellion act that was done. We make sure that Tumani stay put to control the people and make sure he informed them that we are not violent, and I can send records to straight. We, the representative people of Fonyi and the North Alliance movement, we've not created or worked towards or even ignite any violence in any cause that we have center stage in the political dispensation of this country. So we are sending this signal to the government through the Interior Minister, the Defense Minister, National Security Advisor, and the Inspector General of Police to make sure they re-educate the police to respect people who are given authorities as a honorable member. He was in the forefront discussing, calming them down, and informing them that a group of organizers are already at the Bundung Kakunda police station to discuss with the inspector or the OC who is the originator of the permit. Just only for that lady, in her capacity as a female, to be informed that your AOR, area of responsibility, is in fire. We believe that she is dishonored, disrespected, disregarded, and we are now condemning in totality to make sure that justice is brought to the doorstep of all and sundry who are wounded. On that note, as the spokesperson of the 5 names of Fonyi, and as the representative of this country, the Gambia, we are sending, and we are now asking all militants to calm down and maintain peace, that we will work with the authorities to make sure justice is done and justice is served on this regard. We therefore thank everybody to attend this and also inform the media that we will never be a party. We will never be a force. We will never be an association. We will never be a political gang to destabilize this country. We believe in peace, we preach in peace, and we shall die in peace. On that note, I thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Fonyi Council. I think you did justice to the people as a representative.
Gambians, especially the youths of the Gambia, the future leaders of our dear Gambia. I am really shocked and disappointed that lawmakers, people who are vying for that position, their rights has been seized in front of everyone. I'm equally worried that if an authentic document like a permit is being issued officially and it is revoked orally when I am not officially informed, where are we heading to as Gambians? Where are we heading to? We're heading to as youths. Do we have trust in our leadership? Do we have trust in the people who we believe they are the very ones who need to guide or secure us? Hello, Gambians. As Gambians, we will continue the struggle. We will continue to fight. We will continue to pursue our rights, our freedom. We will equally exercise what we need to exercise as a political party. And I believe the reason why we call the media, the reason why we call this session or this activity or meeting is to send a very strong message. The people responsible. We are yet to confirm. We are yet to know who were those that authorized the PIU from Kanifing to did what they did without the operation manager's notification, that's Gas Sabali, whilst we were having a negotiation discussion with her, when we were informed that there's a force using power to destroy what was built by Gambians, not non-Gambians. Finally, I will really like to say sorry to all the victims. I myself, I am a victim. Because when I was called, we went to the police station. But later on, we could not solve the situation. We later had to come to the ground. Whilst we reached at the ground, we were talking to the, one of the PIU officers. Can you imagine, as Gambians, trying to negotiate how peace can reign? We were shot a tear gas at that spot. Never again. The so-called slogan. But as Gambians, this is our motherland. If it worth our lives as youths, we will surely sacrifice our life for the betterment of our nation. On that note, I thank you
all. Thank you very much, Honorable Omar Koli, who is the